You're listening to LIONAR on FREAKEMTV. FREAKEM, baby. FREAKEM, baby.
FREAKEM, baby. FREAKEM. FREAKEM, baby.
Yeah. FREAKEM, baby. FREAKEM.
FREAKEM, baby.
I'm a real freak, I need a real freak. I'm a real freak.
FREAKEM, YouTube, social media is what it's about. This is probably the best daily driver BMW have made, probably the best daily driver in the world. I'll show you why. This is a 320 diesel. It's the 2019. It's the BMW 3 Series, the facelift. It looks like the 5 Series. A very, very good daily driver. Now, when I went to pick this car up, courtesy of BMW Stratstone, they look after me, and you know, I want to give a big shout out to Dan the Man Seaton, and a few of the others who obviously make this happen. But when they gave me the 320, they said this is the best daily driver possibly in the world. And they know I've been into a lot of cars, BMW M3s, X6Ms, I've had the power cars, I've had the X1s, I've had the X3s, I've had the X3 M340i, you know, I've had a lot of different cars. And nowadays a new fleet of BMW are, I'd say, fleek. Really, really good cars to drive. This car itself, it's got the same horsepower as the previous generation F30s. It's got 187 horsepower, it's 190 horsepower. This is nearly 300 torque. But you got, if you put it down here, you've got sport mode, comfort, eco pro, which all BMWs have. But then you got this adaptive mode. When you put it in adaptive mode, it's put it back up on here on the dials now. When you put it on the adaptive mode, basically what it does, it enhances all your settings. So it's almost comfort mode meeting sport mode, but the dampers are not as hard as sport mode. The new 2019 new generation of the 3 Series with the tinted headlights. We're going to take a walk around the car. We're going to show you what the car is exactly. This is the pearlescent white colour. I love the white in this. It's like a creamy white. You get this, like you get the off-white and then you get the pearlescent white. This is like the pearlescent. It's got a bit of a tone of gold in it, and it's really, really nice. It looks expensive. This is the M Performance version, the variation where it's got the blue calipers. It's got a stiffer suspension. This steering wheel is brilliant. I'm going to show you the steering wheel. It's a really good steering wheel. Chunky, small, grippable. The leather on it, it's got a nice finish. It's not soft. It's a bit like having anthracite on the wheel without having anthracite. And they've got these new screens. They've got these new screens now. These screens are like LED touch screens. I'm going to show you a little something here. Now watch this. I'm not touching anything. Can you see where my finger is? Show my finger moving, mate. Now watch this. I'm turning it down. It's like wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. It even tells you there you can roll your finger. Bring it back here, mate. So Mr. Miyagi, you never taught the Karate Kid, you taught everybody. Wax on, wax off. They applied it to the BMW model. That's why these BMWs are on the next level. So FREAKEM. But anyway, look at the seat belts on this. You can see like the M Performance belts on this. It's got the full M Performance upgrade on the car. This is top of the range. It's got the reverse camera on it. It's got the touch sensor control on it. It's got the ambient new lighting on it. If you put it down here, you could change the ambient lighting to different colors, orange, red, you know, and at night time it looks an absolute pleasure, which I am going to show you lot how nice it looks at night. Now, the other thing about this car, which is when it's in its element, is the car itself. It's a really, really great car to drive. Now, I've had different cars. I've had different cars and I've driven different cars, and you know, I've had performance cars. Let me switch this out. Mr. Miyagi, yeah. Basically, I've had different cars. I've had supercars to everyday supercars, M3s, C63s. I've had them all. But on a daily driver, when they said to me, Mr. Rashid, we want you to test this car for us, and we think it's the best daily driver in the world. That's a big statement, because amongst these cars, you got like the Mercedes C-Class, you got all the other Audi, the A4s, even maybe the A6s, you know, this car itself, the way they've done it, the engineering that's gone behind it, I can honestly give it a thumbs up. They weren't wrong when they said best daily driver in the world, because for me, I've done like a few hundred miles on this car. Fuel consumption, amazing. The consumption on this car, it's actually done 55 mpg. 55 mpg on the highway. And to be honest, that, to revert that into pounds, 20 pounds of diesel has done me 280 miles. Unbelievable. And the car does 0 to 60 in less than 7 seconds, 6.7 seconds. For 188 horsepower, they've generated good power from the car. Now, if you just put a little map on this car, like I would do, I put a map on the car, it'll take it to about 230 horsepower, which is about 400 Nm of torque. I think this car will do 6 seconds dead. 6 seconds, fuel economy to go over the top with. You're driving this car all week with a tenner in the tank. Now that's a freakum thing. But anyway, let's get out the car and show how the car rolls. We'll jump out with it as we're going around with it. So it's got the M Performance calipers in it, as you can see. It's got the side sensors on it. It's keyless go and keyless entry, which you lock in by pressing that them ridges. I don't know if you can see the ridges on it, but that closes the car for you. Sorry about the noise in the background, but yeah, you got like the new lights. It's the revised lights on this, and it just looks a really good car. It looks amazing. To look at this car without saying anything about it, the two-tone color on it, I don't know if you can see the pearlescent kind of white in it, which I was talking about, but it is a really good white. You got the privacy glass in the car. You got like the big wheels on it. These are like the 20-inch M Performance wheels, and even the front headlights. If you look at the front headlights, these are the new X5s and the X7s. All the range is with these square half daily LED lights. The black grille just looks amazing, and if you see it's like it's covered, but it's not. It looks like the way they've done it, they put a half a panel of black there, gloss. It looks like there's actually glass there, but it isn't. So that's the car on a walk around, the 520d. It's the best daily driver in the world, baby. And to be fair, when you look behind me in this car itself is spacious for a 3 Series. It's a bit like the 5 Series. They've done it a bit like the 5 Series. The car itself, it's got like the darkened lights. I love the darkened lights on the car, and the stance on it, the way it sits, it's a lowered stance. The car itself, this price is on book brand new, about £38,000. It's only a 2-litre D. They've got 5 ranges in this car, 5 ranges. Jump back in here, it's a bit loud outside. The 5 ranges they have in this car are the 320d, the 320i, they've got the 330i, they're releasing the 330d. Pomegranate. Don't leave your house without it. Pomegranate is my favorite juice. So if you think I'm juicy, it's because I'm having my pommy. Alright? Now less of that, look at the clarity on this camera behind us. And you got, if you look at the park assist, reversing assist, it'll actually park the car for you. It'll actually steer it in for you, and it parks the car up for you. It's so much technology that you just think, jeez. And I like what they've done with the seats on it. There's the new contour seats on the car. I want to show you something here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the heads-up display. Now on my heads-up display, it gives me the top line that you're seeing The top line you see seeing across the screen, sorry, I can't even point to it. The top line that you see on the screen, that's like the rev meter. But the great thing here is when you break the speed limit, the sat nav is so amazing. The way it's linked up with the GPRS system, it actually tells you and it signals that you're breaking the speed limit. So it's peak out here, and I'll show you what I mean. Like, keep the, we'll switch to the camera pro. Like now, it will tell you it's the actual national, well, speed limit. But the moment now it's telling me 50. Now I'm gonna try and go over 50, and I'll show you what it does. It's gone red. It's gone red, and it's actually signaling that you've gone over the 50 mile an hour. Now I've gone back under, so it's flashing. Great thing about this car is when I bring it back in control, it's settled and it goes back to white again. But it also, wherever I am, whatever. It's such high technology because the latest GPS system in the car, that if you're doing 70 mile an hour, the road's 70, it'll go 70. You get all this smart motorway and it's got 50 mile an hour, this car picks everything up. Every electronic speedometer, the way they send the signals to the motorway boards, that's how sharp this GPS picks everything up. Great technology, so stop breaking the law. It's not happening no more. This car's like, the handling on it is sick. I'm gonna show you the handling on this roundabout. Show them the tight roundabout here. And this time go round and roundabout. You hear it screeching, but it will handle it. What I'm trying to say to you is, what I'm trying to prove to you is, once you get rid of the helicopter noise, because there's a Spectre gadget sitting in the back, but basically, once you get rid of the, you trash dog, have you heard that before? Or easy claps. Once you get around that roundabout, basically, because the stiff suspension this car possesses now, with the M Performance Dynamic package that this car's got, the handling feels four-wheel drive. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know it hasn't got the power to lose a back end like if it was an M5 or an M3, but to be fair, it handles really, really good. It's a really well-balanced chassis, and it's 60 kilos lighter than the old F30 model, which obviously they've changed the body of the car. It's half aluminium, half steel now to save the weight ratio. But the dampers they're using in this car are enhanced now. The drivetrain on the car is enhanced from the last generation. It's 2019 model. In my review today, I give it a out of 10 for fuel economy, a 9 out of 10. It's not a hybrid, otherwise it would get a 10 out of 10. A 9 out of 10, a strong 9 out of 10. For the way the car's performance is, just under 7 seconds. Alright, it's not the fastest car, but it puts the power down well. And I'll show you what I mean. Like, it moves off the marker quite well. That was in standard drive. I mean, you got adaptive mode, which is really good with the sport mode gearbox. So it can't, performance wise, I give it for a diesel, it's only a 2 litre, come on, big car, baby engine, but 190 horsepower, 187 brake. I'll give it an 8 out of 10, because it's not a performance car. Otherwise, if it was like an M5 or an M3, it'll get a 9 or strong 10 out of 10. So 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 for fuel economy. The luxury inside the car, the way that, you know, the steering wheel, the leather they've used, the seats, the M Performance belts, jeez, and all the other things that come with it, all the toys and the gadgets and the wax on and the wax off, I give it a straight 9 out of 10. It's probably the best display I've seen. I've seen the Audi LED display and LCD display, and I've seen this, and I think to me this is a better display. The screens are a bit bigger, except the E63. The E63S comes down, that was better on display only. But apart from that, the way everything, the contour, the way the car sits inside the cabin, the drivetrain, outside, putting it inside the car, it's a strong 9 out of 10. And then the only thing left is the looks on the outside. The looks on the outside of the car, I'm going to give it a strong 9 out of 10 again. M Performance kit, the pearlescent white, the black and the white two-tone, the nice big 20-inch wheels on it. You know, it just looks the part. The darkened headlights that are standard, and a lot of people, I've done it myself with little tweaks where you darken the headlights, so it comes standard. Now me personally, I'll only do a couple of other mods on the car, but it don't need to be touched. A bit like Roy Jones in his prime, can't be touched, can't be, you know the score. But anyway, so overall, out of 40, the car's got a strong 36, no, 35. It's a 35 out of 10. That's a big shot coming up. And for the best daily driver on the road, for what I've driven, you know, not to say it's big boisterous boys toys making noise and all that, just a normal daily driver. For me, this car is probably the best daily driver in the world. BMW, I salute you, you better salute me too. Look at the camera, all you BMW fans, say, FREAKEM! Beep, beep, beep. This is the censored part of the vlog. What you guys look for is the where I messed up on the vlog when I said 35 out of 10. If I said 35 out of 10 and you guys got away, and I got away with that, you guys ain't listening, dog.